How you doing, guys? I'm Sean.
Hi everybody, I'm Lynn. I hope you are having an absolutely strong as an ox day today.
Hey, happy days. I like that one. Happy days, guys. Guys, today's video we're going to be talking about hematite. Absolutely amazing mineral. Ta-da!
Ta-da! It is a lovely one. I always think it's a real strong one. It always makes me feel strong when I'm carrying it. Now hematite is actually a form of iron oxide. And it's a really, really good crystal to use for working with the blood. So hematite is actually a Greek word for blood. And when you break a piece of hematite, this is a raw piece here, inside it's actually all red. And if you get water into it, it actually goes into a red colour as well. And it's quite often used in paints for that reason.
You can see where it gets it. And we actually think we've listed one of it's a Clarke crystal. It's a brilliant crystal or mineral. Would it be a mineral?
A mineral, yeah, definitely a mineral.
I was going to say it's minerals and crystals. But basically it's a fantastic one to carry on you if you're feeling a bit vulnerable, if you're a bit nervous about going out and about, if you're going for like a job interview and you're feeling a bit of pressure, that if you can imagine so steel-like looking. It's almost like you're putting that shield up.
Absolutely,
that
like a coat of armour, isn't it? Actually, it's a really, really good one for psychic protection as well, isn't it?
It's a cracker for that one, yeah. And definitely, so if you wanted to start carrying a piece about with you, they come in different gauges, they come in natural, and Lynn's got a lovely natural piece.
It's a lovely natural piece here, lovely. And natural pieces, you can always see the red in them as well. And that's proof, because there's a lot of fakes on the market with hematite. And it's often what it is, like especially in tumblestones, they ground down a lot of other minerals and they polish them up to make it look like hematite, and it's not the real thing. Yeah. And you'll often find if you break a piece of hematite and it's fake, it's often like white powder inside. As real hematite, even in a tumblestone, it should always be red inside it.
Yeah, now that there's you see a lot of pendulums. I'd say probably 99% of the pendulums out there that you see them, there'll be like all different agates and the clear quartz and hematites and turquoise and things, all these different ranges. They're not like, they didn't get like an initial piece of hematite like that and started carving it down until a pendulum. And this one here has actually dropped on me. So therefore I never used it. Never had a heart. But if you look inside it, basically it's like a powder that they would have made the mould, shaped it round and things. So technically, I would say that that's not hematite. It could possibly be hematite inside our
It might be. There's a lot of different minerals all ground down together, but because there's no red inside it, you can clearly see it's just grey. Yeah. Then I don't believe that's real hematite. And a lot of pendants you see are sold as hematite are often fake as well.
But there's a way to test it. If you wet the end of it and you get a piece of paper, so
it should come out red.
If you wet, not with your tongue, what I just done there, not that I touch it with my tongue, but if you wet the end of it and give it a streak test on a piece of white paper, if it comes out red, then you know that the majority of it would be hematite. But there's an energy in this, so it definitely has to be something in it. It's quite strong. But I would say, if you're looking for a natural piece, go for a raw piece.
Definitely. You know it's real then, you know it's the real deal.
And the energy is like chalk and cheese.
Oh, you can tell the difference. Absolutely. Don't say with real hematite, it's got weight to it. It actually makes, whenever I carry a piece of hematite, if I'm feeling a bit vulnerable, it makes me feel strong. And therefore, I find it's excellent for confidence. So everybody gets everything totally different to what we're necessarily getting from crystals, and we always talk what we get from it, not necessarily what the books say. So this is only our experience, as we say with all crystals. I find it's really, really good for confidence, great as well for psychic protection. You're going somewhere there's going to be a lot of crowds and you're thinking, oh my God, I've got a lot of shopping to do today and I don't like going into Tesco's or Walmart or wherever your local supermarket is. Then I find if I carry that, it makes me feel great, really confident. And whenever I carry it on me, even a small tumblestone, because it's weighty, I feel that it's heavy on me. I'm conscious of it there, which is great. It's also really good, being a woman now, guys, you may not know about this, obviously, although unless you live with a partner that has it. Women with PMS and menstrual problems, anything, I find hematite is brilliant. Now, I know that might sound a bit predictable because you think, because hematite's blood and that, but I find it really does help alongside moonstone as well. So them two used together are brilliant if you're suffering with period problems or PMS. It's a great stone. Again, it's very grounding. So if you feel like you're losing your mind during them times, it's a good grounding one as well.
And if it doesn't work, you could hit your man in the head.
Yeah, it's also really, really good as well. But as I say for granted, if you're feeling really spaced out and that, pick a piece of this, it's brilliant. Also as well, if you're tired, you're feeling very tired, it's great to give you a bit of a wake me up. brilliant after illness. You're getting over the flu or any colds or anything like that. It's a brilliant one. Again, I find it's brilliant. I'm lucky. We very, very, very rarely get ill anyway, so thankfully, touch wood. But the few times we ever have in our life, I've always found hematite is a really good recovery one. I say, again, whether it's because the weight of it, I don't know, but it makes me feel totally much, much better. It's a great one for recovery after illness.
Definitely. And this is a wonderful quartz, natural
that's
quartz
beautiful.
piece here. Now, you can look at that now. You've got a natural quartz point, quartz wand, and it's got all the hematite growing not only outside but within it. So you can imagine the energy, especially if you're be using it, you'd be holding it like that in there, and you'd be sitting directing the energy around the client, even around yourself, different parts. If you've got pains in your legs, pains in your abdominal pains, you could be sitting using that. And it's just, it's magical. But when you see it, I've never seen anything like this one here. And it's just, it's a wonderful...
It's beautiful. It's got hematite growing all inside it, not only all around the edge of the clear quartz, but it's also all inside as well. And eventually in time, because the hematite is still growing, this top bit, it will grow all the way through. It's coming through the other end, will eventually come off and it'll be two separate crystals. Probably not in our lifetime, but it's an amazing
but a couple
specimen.
of thousand years' time. Like.
You say you've got the energy of the hematite and the quartz put together. It's absolutely incredible. So it's a very, very good one as well for focusing. So if you've got a task coming up, you've got a project you need to work on, you need to focus, you've got exams, it's brilliant. Again, I know I keep going about the weight of it, but even a small tumblestone, like this one here, for example, because it is so heavy, like quartz is usually so light, but with hematite, it's a heavy mineral, that it does make you feel really aware. I find it grounded, and it's great for focusing as well. Definitely. So that's personally what we get from hematite. You might get something completely different. I say it's commonly used with the base chakra, obviously for the grounding aspect of it. But I mean, you might find it's brilliant to use on the heart chakra or the crown chakra. So you work with it and you see what you get from it. This is only our experience.
Definitely. So you go, guys. There's a wee introduction on hematite, and hope you found this wee video enjoyable. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to us down below. Also on YouTube, also on Facebook and Twitter. And you can check us out on our other YouTube channel, Dreaming of Avalon Meditations, where we're putting up videos, meditations, guided meditations, meditation music on, how to actually take this until the next level, take away the stress, take away relaxing through meditation. So all the links are down below, and thanks very much for watching.
Absolutely. Until our next video, send you loads of love and happy mind as always. Bye.
See you later, guys.